I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Zee Garcia. What's happening, folks?
I'm Sam Healey. Welcome back.
And we're still continuing our list of games coming out at GenCon 2015. We're still in the A's, but don't let that scare you because A is the biggest letter for companies to start themselves with. I will never understand why.
Phone books.
Maybe that is the case.
Because they're used so much nowadays.
I'm going to call myself Aardvark Gamesin. Aaron Aardvark. Anyhow, we're going to start with Ares Games. They're best known for War of the Ring. In fact, they just pre-ordered the deluxe War of the Ring, so there's a good chance that will, maybe they'll be showing some of that off there. I doubt it, but you never know. Yeah, right. They'll also probably have more Wings of Glory stuff. I'm sure, different airplanes. But the new game they're releasing there is Jolly Roger, the game of piracy and mutiny.
Yeah, this is one I'm actually excited about. It's from the designer of Saboteur, who's had a few misses, like the one with the nuns.
Nuns in the Run?
Yeah, whatever.
Ooh, this is Moyerson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But he's also done...
He did Saboteur.
Oh, he did.
Which is good.
He did Ninja, too, though.
And it's time for him to come back to a good game, so I'm looking forward to this one. It sounds like a very social game where someone is proposing, hey, pirates, let's do something, and someone could not like what's going on and say, boom, I mutiny. And then we vote. It's one of those things. A very social-sounding game. Get the most loot, that sort of thing. Sounds good. Looks really good. I'm always down for a neat pirate game with a high social interaction threshold. So
this reminded me of a game that we've played before, I think, where one person is the captain, and then you have to put your vote behind other people.
I mean, Mutiny on the Little Blue.
Yeah, I wasn't so enthralled with that one. So
I really like that one,
see.
But this is going to get a look from me simply based on theme.
Yeah.
Love pirates.
Yeah.
All right. Artana, which is the new name for Conquistador Games, because they felt they should change it to another one that started with A. Tesla vs. Edison, War of Currents. Now, this one is they're theming of like historical themed games. They already did The New Science, which are different famous scientists. This one here is more, it's the two inventors, Edison versus Tesla. It's a worker placement game. It looks interesting to me. We had hoped to get a copy, but our copy that was sent to us has been all over America. We'll probably get it today. But I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But from what I looked at it when they previewed it, I thought it was interesting. Mostly based on how cool the theme is. You don't think the theme's cool? Edison and Tesla?
I'm not interested.
I don't think it looks cool.
They've been showing this game for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've been seeing this game for a long time. In fact, I thought this game was out. When I saw it on the GenCon list, I was thinking to myself, well, hasn't this game been out?
No, they were
I keep
showing
seeing
it.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't captivate me. I'm not interested.
Artipia Games will be there, and they will be sharing a booth with Stronghold. But it'll be good if you want to meet the guys who put out Among the Stars. They'll be there, and then they have Among the Stars Revival. Yeah. Now, I really like Among the Stars, so this is an automatic boom. I want it.
Yeah, me too. That's the one thing. This is one of the ones that I had.
Absolutely.
One of the 15 that I talked about on one of the other videos. But this is one of the expansions in that 15. So
technically, again, standalone / expansion. Right. It's a game 4-2. You can play standalone. What I'm really excited about is not only more cards, but apparently in the box they have revised rules for just 2 players, which sounds like they pump up the strategy factor. And then you can take those cards, put them in the old game, and play with those 2-player rules with everything else you've got. So I'm on board with that because that sounds good. And anything that makes the game even more interesting, I got to give it a look. So yeah, a 1 for me. And again, 1 being the thing we're most looking forward to. This is a 1 for me.
Then we have Asmadi Games. That's Asmadi. That not Asmodee. They're best known for innovation and basically doing Carl Chuddick games. They do other stuff too. And one of the hot ones people will be running for is that Motanai?
Motanai.
I've played this one, and it feels very similar to Glory of Rome. It has a very strong Glory to Rome aspect, except that I believe it's only for 2 players. But it's basically made for smaller a smaller number of players. No.
Hard pass.
I don't have a problem with it. We've got Glory to Rome
And Uchronia.
a few times.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's how many times can we keep remaking Glory to Rome? Let's,
Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash,
I'm really not
rinse.
excited. I mean, for one, I took a look at the cards, and the box is beautiful. The cards look like a bunch of just random artwork. It's like nothing seems to fit. I mean, it just looks like a bunch of clip art or something. So I'm not feeling it. Uchronia was awesome. It was already an evolution of Glory to Rome. That's the one I like the best. So I'm done with these remaking the same game thing.
All right, but what? I mean, and I played it, and I need to play it some more before getting a final opinion on it. But it does feel like, oh, it's another Glory to Rome style game. It's very similar in many aspects. The other one is Adorable Pandering. Do you like pandas?
Oh, it's the year of the panda. There's like
In
three
King
or
of
four.
Tokyo, I do.
There's like 3 or 4 panda games coming out actually at GenCon.
That doesn't make me automatically endear.
Well, this one is a simple set collection game, 5 to 10 minutes apparently, and so it's like again one of those games that hey look panda don't walk away. Ah, you forgot about it as soon as you turn the corner. You know what I mean? That's it.
Goldfish game.
It's and it's gone. It completely forgettable. The game might be cute, but it looks silly, has a silly theme, is 5 minutes. I mean, that's too short even for me. So, no.
All right, the biggest booth at GenCon will likely be the Asmodee booth because they have absorbed the Days of Wonder booth. They have Queen with them now, and they have all the other little companies.
They will own GenCon.
And even though they have merged with Fantasy Flight, they still have separate booths, so we'll talk about Fantasy Flight later. But Asmodee has a pile of stuff, and as usual, they always have some of the hottest games at the convention, if nothing else.
Right.
Probably the hottest thing that people will be running for, I'm not so interested in it, but I know you are, is the expansion for 5 Tribes.
I am not actually as interested as you might think.
The Artisans of Nikala. Even the one here.
One, man. What are you talking about?
I could have given this puppy a -2. Because I really love the game, but
He will punch you in the throat to take your copy, people.
No, I'm excited to see it. I am worried about some tile icon compatibility with my copy of the game.
Oh, yes.
I have an early copy, and that kind of silly stuff, I'm sorry, it's pet peeve, I know it's stupid, but drives me up the wall.
Well, maybe you can get a new copy of the game, and then it will all be fine.
I guess, maybe.
All right.
But anyway, no, I mean, it's an expansion to my favorite game from last year, so obviously, I want to check it out.
The other one that people will be lining up for guaranteed and buying is Mysterium. I know they don't have a lot of copies of it coming, I think 150, so that will definitely sell out.
Only 150.
Yeah, well, sometimes...
And it's hot. It's pancake hot.
Now, you've played Mysterium, right?
I have. I have the
you own it.
original. I have the original printing.
Wait, you didn't do that snottily enough.
I have the original printing from Portal Games. No, this is all new artwork, though. This is a whole new printing of the game. All new artwork. They added player screens now to facilitate the play. It sounds good. I know they're going to be gone, though. Those things are going to fly out of the door.
Yeah.
If you're interested, you might want to make this your first stop, because I guarantee they're going to be gone. It's been getting buzz for a while now because of the old original version. So, yeah, jump on this.
They also have other expansions. The Chibi expansion for Takenoko.
I got it as a 2, just mainly because I like Takenoko, but
I do too. No, I'm
I
excited.
mean,
You have a 1 there again!
the chibi part, I can take or leave chibis. I don't know.
I don't know what it's going to mean yet. You know what I mean?
They're
I
kind of
think
creepy.
Maybe there's going to be more figures to move around.
I think so. Right. No, I mean, I actually...
Well, no. I thought it was the, or maybe I'm thinking of a different Takenoko expansion. It might be.
I thought it adds the female panda.
Yeah, the female panda, and then you can have little babies as well.
Yeah, but I think they're only on cards, though.
Oh, they are?
I think
Okay.
so.
What?
I think they're just adding 1 new panda figure,
Oh, okay.
and the babies are on cards.
Garbage.
I just played this game actually like a week and a half ago. It's still a really solid, very
It is.
good-looking game. So yeah, a 1 for me. I'm gonna get this expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another expansion, which is hands down, I'm surprised Sam didn't put this on his list, is the More Cash, More Guns for Cash and Guns.
Well, you added it to the list
after you did your thing, that's right.
So I just saw it, and I was almost going to back
This would be a 1?
Yes, this would be a 1.
We didn't find out the Asmodee stuff till way later.
Right, yeah.
It comes with like a little Derringer. It comes with a big Colt gun in it. It's not a ton of more stuff, but basically it adds a lot of the options that were in the original one. So I love Cash and Guns. Adding more options to me is good.
Did it add police to it?
I don't think so. Good. You didn't like the police thing?
I thought that was ignore that too.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. But I know it definitely has more special powers, and I think there's more cards for the deck too. Different things to go for.
So it can go longer.
I don't know that it can go longer. Maybe accommodate another person.
Another player.
I don't know about that, but I know it has more stuff, so I'm excited.
I'm 2 thumbs up for that one then.
And then those are the expansions. So then let's talk about other new games they're releasing. They have Mafia de Cuba. Mm-hmm. Well, you should like this one.
Wow.
I'm trying to say.
You're part of the Mafia.
Oh, okay, yes. So you were making a Cuban joke. Mafia, yes, it's fine. You know what? I'm not sure. This is one of the most intriguing ones on the list. A, because we almost know nothing about it. But it's apparently a werewolf game. Like a Mafia game, get it? Mafia, werewolf. But I'm not sure if it's a new game. Is it a slight spin on werewolf? Is it a major spin on werewolf? We just don't quite know yet. So I want to put eyes on it and see what it is. Could be great. Sounds interesting enough, but I just don't know.
Looks like they're releasing the game and the expansion at the same time. So
you don't like that?
No, I mean it just doesn't. First of all, it sounds like they're trying to ride the wave of something that's already in existence.
And there's a lot of werewolf games busting out right now.
They're not even really relying upon the original game. We're going to sell you the expansion at the same time because we're not sure that you're going to like the game enough to buy the expansion later. So
that's one way to look at it, I guess. Maybe.
I don't know.
All right.
It has the word Mafia in it, so I'm going to check it.
But they also have some brand new games they're releasing. RYU, I think that's... Ryu?
Ryu? I would say Ryu. Ryu! Right.
Now that game I'd buy in a heartbeat.
And this one is a big dice drafting game where you are attempting to build your Ryu, which is like this mothership type, and it's a sci-fi sort of setting.
Super hot for me. I really am looking forward to this one. I hope it's good.
It sounded good, and then I looked at pictures.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was like, are these different pictures of the... I mean, it has the name of the game in the picture, but it just doesn't look like what they just got through explaining to me.
Right. I mean, the game's from the same designer as Gosu, which is an interesting card game. I like Gosu a lot.
You like Gosu?
Yeah, I do.
But it looks perhaps too Euro-y. I'm worried about it being interesting as something like Gosu. Enough power, stuff like that. So, it's a tentative thumbs up from me. I'll be cautiously optimistic on this one.
Yeah, I'll go with like a 3, middle of the road.
Then they have a game based on the Little Prince comic, The Little Prince Rising to the Stars. Now, this is not the same Little Prince that came out from another European company.
Right, The Little Prince Build Me a Planet, I think it's called.
Right, that was a cute little game. I liked it.
No, I mean, Build Me a Planet is a good game. It's got teeth, too. The game's like, oh, look, cute. And then you're like, ha!
Oh, yeah, and the kid's crying.
Yeah, it can be a confrontational game. This one sounds like This one sounds like a kid's game. And the way I've heard it described is like a lighter Tokaido. Now, Tokaido is a very light game, as it is. This one sounds like an even lighter Tokaido.
Wow.
Sounds like this one, while probably interesting, might be restricted to the kids.
All right.
You know? So I'm going into it thinking kids game, not getting too excited about it.
They're representing Queen Games at the fair, so they'll have Queen's Architect, which is designed by Queen Games. So I don't know, if I was a company called Queen, I would not name any of my games.
I would put the word Queen in every one of my games.
Queen, the rock band. Queen. All right. This one there's a little information on, and Queen has kind of a really spotty record lately.
Tell us how you really feel, Zee.
You're not interested in this one at all?
Nah.
Okay, well, it might be good. Might be good. Starfighter.
Oh, here. This is the description. You're an architect and you construct for the queen and blah, blah, blah.
That is not what the description says.
This is what I wrote.
But yes,
Whatever.
the whole building something for the queen thing, that's so tired of a theme.
It's a brand new designer. It seems really dry and Euro. Pass.
I still put a 3 because you never know. If Asmodee's distributing it, it might be good.
Maybe.
And Starfighter, I believe, is a 2-player game from Ustari. 2-player Starfighter games, science fiction games, usually seem to be good.
It doesn't look good. I looked at the pictures. I don't know. It doesn't captivate me. It
Judging
looks...
a book by its cover.
Yeah. I mean, that's all we got right now. But check it out. I like 2-player games. I like space themes for sure. But I don't know. It's not grabbing me. But Ustari, they get the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Because they've been doing
The
some
whole
good stuff.
judge a book by its cover. For example, Star Realms
Right.
had great art.
Right.
Looking at that game, it's like, yeah, I'd be interested in that. And then you play it, and then it's like, ooh, this is really cool. So maybe it'll have that same thing to it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, but ultimately, I think companies that make board games need to concern themselves with people judging a book by its cover.
Yeah.
You can't. We will look at the cover before you tell me how the game plays.
Yeah.
Make better covers. Make the game look better. You know, I don't know.
That's what will draw me in.
Sounds harsh, but that's the reality. If you want to sell your game, make it look good.
Graphic design is important.
All right. We're going to quickly mention games from Atlas Games, although I don't think I really often enjoy Atlas Games. For the most part, they're not that interesting to me. They got Feng Shui 2. Was there a 1 or is it just called that? No. Fairy Tale Gloom.
Which is Gloom with a fairy tale theme. This has been out. This has been out for a while.
Oh, okay. And 3 Cheers for Master.
Which seems like a take that silly sort of
I
game.
put 5 for all these because, again, Atlas Games, there's a lot of people who do enjoy them. They're just not for me.
Yeah.
All right. We're out of the A's. Let's go to B's. Baksha Games. The Time Jockeys. A time-traveling theme. I really want to like this game, so I have it at a 4. Both these guys put at 5 because they've been burned by Baksha Games so many times. Although I did like their last one way more than you guys did. What's he building in there? You guys didn't enjoy that one at all.
No, I don't like their games, and I would have given it maybe a 4, and then I looked at the cover, and talking about judging a book by its cover. If you're interested in buying this game, folks, I recommend you walk up to the booth blindfolded and purchase it, because wow.
No booth is going to talk to Z. He's going to walk by and be like, keep walking, sir.
Yeah.
Keep walking.
Have you guys seen the cover of this game?
Well, they're not...
I probably have. I just haven't remembered it. Yeah, well,
boy. Ooh.
It's
It just sounds not very interesting to me. And again,
See,
the company's...
what's he
Not my
building in
type
there
of
was
thing.
a great idea that they overcomplicated. That's the whole thing with that. I love the idea. I love the idea of time travel.
Right.
So
You're going to play it with me.
I'm going to play it probably, but I'm not going to hype it up because I don't know enough about it.
Bezier Games. They have an expansion for Suburbia. Suburbia 5-star. They're also going to be showing off their expansion for Castles of Mad King Ludwig, which I'm very excited about because it kind of makes the castle...
How do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that? Bezier.
Bezier?
Bezier.
Bezier. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bezier.
Well, I mean, I think Ted wanted... He thought people already mispronounce my last name a lot, so let's make a game name that's also hard to pronounce.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Sure.
Anyhow, Suburbia 5 stars. I've already reviewed it. You can check that out. I liked it, but I didn't like it nearly as much as the first expansion. It's kind of for people who are big fans of the game, but it adds a lot of chaotic things to it. So you may or may... I think people are going to really like it, or they're going to be so-so on it. But it's not a must-buy. However, he probably doesn't have a ton of copies, so
Kind
go
of
get
like the
one.
original game.
No, I love Suburbia.
I know.
Love
But
it.
either you like it or you're like,
Yeah, maybe. All right. We're almost done with the bees.
Well, we can knock a lot of these fairly quickly.
Blue Orange Games.
Yeah.
You played almost all of them.
I've played almost all of them. Look, there's a review. I've done a review of Wakanda. Just go see that. But good 2-player game.
yes.
Armadura. I have not done a review of, but I will probably do one soon.
Did you like it?
It's okay, but it's a little abstracty. It's a board with squares, and you're trying to section pieces off So area control with where you make the areas. We've seen that. It's okay.
Okay, Attila?
Attila is I've done a review of this as well. Very simple two-player game with, again, sort of area control and limiting your opponent's movements. Cute. Really like. Crab Stag. I've done a review of that. This is a little meatier. It's sort of like, hey, that's my fish. Good stuff. Looks great. I recommend it for families that like abstracts. And Wink, I've done a review of as well. Very simple party game. Sounds really dumb, but actually plays well and can give you a good amount of laughter. So I recommend that one.
Now Zee and I have both played Prohees, which is a game that's very similar to Sheriff of Nottingham, actually.
Yeah, I got that.
But there's some key differences in the sense that the number of cards, you kind of know a little bit about more what's going on, and I guess you could not lie the whole game, but you're probably forced to lie in this one.
It's a Prohibition era game, right?
Right.
Where you're trying to smuggle.
Right.
I'm not sure the game might not be a little broken, maybe, because some of the cards seem like you should just send them through rather that there's two uses for the cop cards, and it doesn't seem like taking a chance and grabbing someone else is worth just the amount of points you get for sending them through your own caravan.
I do like the flow of the game, though. You're right. It's a little bit like Sheriff, but the ebb and flow of the game is a lot more. There's none of this like break, stuff things in your bag. Now we do this. Now we do that. It just sort of goes. We just keep going. It has a nice flow.
It works really well with, like, say, 3 players.
Yeah. And then the other one, go ahead.
No, a couple of things kind of hit on this for me. First of all, it's a Prohibition era theme.
Right.
And that's underutilized theme. Bootleggers was the last time I really saw that theme be used well.
Right.
And I liked Bootleggers a lot. So that kind of hyped my interest on it a lot. And then the other part was its similarity to Sheriff. I enjoy Sheriff a lot, so maybe I'll like Prohees a lot too.
I'm worried it might be too light for you, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But I'm hitting on it just because of the theming. The theming looks good, and the artwork looks well.
It's a good game.
So it looks cool.
The biggest and best game they're going to have there, though, of course, is New York 1901. You've already seen our review on that. If you haven't, go watch that. But that's a Ticket to Ride wait-style game about building skyscrapers in New York City, and I think this will be one that you'll see a lot of people talking about after the convention.
I agree.
You need a 3D version of this game.
They'll make a deluxe version, $287.
Make it.
All right. Anyway, that's the A's and B's, folks. We'll be back next time to talk about some more games. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel.
Zee Garcia, thank you.
Sam Healey, see you on the flip side.
Yee.